Hello, welcome back to Serling Zone. I'm Alan. We're here at the Phantasy Star online ruins base just to have one last look at it as it is in its finished state before we go off to the new Phantasy Star Creature Park to look at the new creature statue. I made a little adjustment here at the online ruins base, and this is say it's the final version of it. Taken away the big owl rappy so it's not so near the build limit, so hopefully if someone visits it will loading okay. And I made the other rappy, the little owl rappy. Had a couple of people visit. We've had a chap here, Naxo78, this German player, so I hope he saw it okay. We've got a nice comment here from Mordred Darkfall, who I know. I play quite online multiplayer with him quite a lot, and it's good. He's quite new to the game, but he's really enjoying it. I think he's like the rest of us, looking forward to see what's in the new update. We'll have a look, one final look at this base before we go on. Let's get up here. I think this is a good place to have a look down with the camera. So the adventurers will still be here doing their adventuring and getting artifacts, but anything they get that's going to be built into a statue will be into the new creature park base. So we've got the dragon here still, and the canine and canidin. We've got the rappy, and now we've got the owl rappy next to him, the small owl rappy. I think for the whole balance of the base it looks better like that, and I say it should load in a lot easier. There's a Nar Lily, and there's the last one we did, the grass assassin. So yeah, that's all finished. Let's wander over to the teleporter, go over to the new base. There we are, Phantasy Star Creature Park. Warp over there. Been a little bit of Phantasy Star news. The Phantasy Star Sega Ages came out on the Switch, which I did download, so I'll get round to playing that. Hopefully I'll be able to finish that. It's got auto mapping on it, which is very good, and you can adjust the random battles as well, so hopefully that'll put right a few of the issues I had originally trying to play it, and I should be able to enjoy playing that when I get the time. And also personal Phantasy Star news, I was playing my new characters in the ruins, which is where this character's from, our first character from the ruins, and I was playing that and I thought, well, I'll do Dark Fowls because I was about level 27. There was a female hunter, so I beat Dark Fowls, and I thought, I'll have a quick go around the forest in hard mode, see what I could find. And I was on the second part of it, and just goes up to fight this Hildebeer, and all of a sudden it's, oh no, it's not Hildebeer, it's a Hildeblue. And I was panicking. He iced me, but luckily it didn't kill me, and managed to get away and shoot it, which I shouldn't have panicked as much because I still had a couple of escape dolls on me anyway from where I fought the boss, which I didn't use them. So yeah, I got a special weapon off him, a VJ, which is used as a setter for a special attack. It's like a partisan, so that was really cool. Found myself a Hildeblue. But here we are. This is the creature park, or sort of takeoff of Jurassic Park maybe. And there's the statue, the Chaos Bringer, looking quite cool there. It's like a headless electric horseman, if you know the character. A very well done enemy character in the game. I really do like Chaos Bringer, so I was pleased I managed to get it done. I did say in that last the video I did of the Brass Assassin when I waffled on as usual, and I did say, oh, maybe I'll try doing him, and it's been a challenge, but managed to get it done. I've had a bit of just recovering from the flu after last week or so struggled a bit, but I managed to finish him off, and yeah, he's come out pretty good. And the park, this is a lovely planet, this one. I really like this planet. I had to do this base on another planet because there seemed to be an issue with having 2 bases on the same planet, but for the role playing that I'm doing, it's just the other side of the planet, I'm saying. And also we got a surprise from the science man. They've been doing a bit of Jurassic Park DNA in creatures, and they've resurrected the savage wolf with some DNA, so we're going to have a look at him. It's not a bad replica, it's about 80-90% like it, maybe. Let's have a look. If you have a look on the animal list. Oh, they did a claw as well, which, if you remember, that's in the ruins, the claw that flies. I mean, that's probably only 30% like it. I'll see if I can see that. It's not so easy to see that. And there's the one they managed to resurrect, look, the savage wolf from the forest. He does actually, in that picture, look fairly similar. It's got some sort of little horns on the side, which the savage wolf in the game, in the Phantasy Star game, doesn't have. And it looks like swept back ears on the picture, but it is actually swept. They're like swept back horns, but they could be like horns stroke ears. So yeah, I reckon he'd come out. They managed to replicate him quite well. I think 80-90% like. He's on this island somewhere normally. Hopefully they won't resurrect dark fowls, or we might be in trouble, but I don't think they'll do that. Come on, savage wolf, where are you? Looking for the little dot. Don't let me down. Oh, there's a little... They're quite a nice creature here, a little kangaroo type thing. They're quite fun. There he is! The savage wolf from the forest level on the little island here. Been resurrected by our naughty science man there. Dabbling with science. There he is, look. He's got the little horns on the side, which the savage wolf in the game don't have, but you've got swept back horns, I'll say they're horn type ears. Yeah, so I thought that was quite cool. Seeing that creature, so I thought I've got to make that savage wolf. He's not attacking. So we'll say goodbye to him and let's zoom over. To the Chaos Bringer. I'm sure if you played the game, if you haven't quite remembered, it's jogged your memory now. He's a good enemy in the game, well designed. I say he's like a headless electric horseman. Maybe it's up there, look. See him from under the water. Just let him load in. I normally do chuck loads of lights on these, but like I say, in the game he's full of lights all over him, all these rotating lights. Right, we're going to photo mode. Well, that's a nice picture of him there, look, with the old ring planet above. I reckon he's come out pretty well. It was a struggle to try and get that horse body and legs to look some movement and not just like a sort of cylinder or blocks. But yeah, I'm pleased in the end how he's come out. I managed to get, like, it has got like a mottled effect here and there of red on it, so I did that with a different texture on the bricks, which brought out the slight red in it and does help give that different texture that he has. Now he's got 3 attacks. If you remember from the game, he's got the main one, he will come charging at you. I mean, if you can see him and you know he's there, it's not too bad. But if you haven't noticed him and he does the charging attack on you, you do lose quite a bit of health and it knocks you down, and quite often it will confuse you as well, which is quite tricky. If you're being confused, you can't control your character very well and the other creatures are attacking you, so it can be pretty lethal. You can use that to your advantage sometimes. If you can get the other enemies in between you and him, he will charge into them as well and hurt them. But there's all the lights on him that he has. I've done them like blue, white, blue, white, blue, white to try and make it sort of look like maybe they are moving round. And the other attack he does with the sword, he will sort of swing it across to his left and then bring it back, not in a cutting action, almost like he's sort of swiping you with it. And he'll swipe you with the sword, which is, if it can sort of do a fair bit of damage on you. And then the other attack he does, again, it's not too bad if you see him doing it. You'll see, I noticed when I was playing it, you will see all the lights actually turn like a pinky red colour just as he's going to, and the sword will open up almost like a tuning fork, and it will shoot out a beam of energy at you, which isn't too hard to avoid. I mean, in the game, the sword is like a gap down the middle, but I did try to do that, but I just found it just made the sword too big, and then everything got out of balance, and the thing would have just been so big to try and do that. So I left it like that. But I managed to get the shield there and get the gaps in the shield, which I was pleased with. Yeah, but I'm really pleased how he's come out. It was a struggle and a challenge, and that's the head on him, which it is a strange head. It is like a neck with like the bottom half of a head where it's maybe been chopped off. And the other thing with the Chaos Bringer, he will supposedly, not that I've ever had him do it to me, even when I used to play online I never had it, he will drop his arm sometimes, and when you've done the quest, you can give it to the chap and he can make you the Chaos Bringer rifle, which, like I say, I've never ever had him drop his arm. I mean, whether he does it offline, I don't know, or maybe it's certain ID characters, because as you know, when you play it, you have different ID characters, and that sort of determines in a way what sort of things you get drop. But you never know, I might get one time. It'd be nice for my Ranger to get one. I do remember playing online back in the day, and that was one of the bad times when I was trying to trade for one Chaos Springer rifle. I can't remember what I gave them for the trade, but it might have been a mag, because I used to like raising the mags. And we set up either side. There was a few other people there, and then we sort of put a meat end and then looked and then passed each other to go and pick them up. But when I got to the supposed Chaos Springer rifle that he had left, it was just rubbish. He hadn't actually left it in the end. So as soon as he picked up what I'd left, he just disconnected. So that was a shame. But I mean, that was only 1% of the people. Most of the people you found that played were really good. And like I say, when I used to make the weapons, I didn't make one in the end. I say I don't make them now, and it was fun finding that Hildy Blue and getting that weapon, the VJer. Not that I can use it yet. Need about another 200 power before I can use it. But there he is, he looks quite cool there, looking out to sea. The Chaos Springer. We managed to get the little strange little fold-up wings he has on his back. But I think we'll leave it with that picture there. That's a nice picture of a Chaos Springer there looking out across the water. Hope you enjoyed that one, and I look forward to trying to do some more creatures here. I suppose maybe in honour I should try and do a Hildy Blue. Whether I'll be able to or not, I'm not sure. But thanks for watching. Cheerio.